Hey guys, welcome in. I am No Sleeves 12, and today we are going to get our first in-depth look at PGA Tour 2K21. I'm excited to get the first look at it. We were able to see a preview from the developers the other day, and we got our early builds, so we're able to walk through kind of the beginning of the game. I'll show you some of the new swing mechanics and some of the new UI and other flair that's added into the game from an updated version from the Golf Club 2019. So let's get into it right now with 2K21, our first look, just launching the game and see how it holds up. So here we are again. This is the main menu. Okay, we're gonna take a look. I just want to show you guys a couple things in terms of just like training. I'll show you guys what the shots, some of the shots look like. There are some new shots that do look pretty good as well, and some other new features that I really like, and I'm glad that they added into the game just off the bat. One of the biggest differences, and this is gonna kind of be a theme throughout this, the game definitely feels like it's tailored to new players. So if you're an experienced player that has been playing for a couple of years maybe, in terms of the golf club, you might, those changes won't really impact you too much because you're already, just amazing at the game probably. For someone like me who's newer, I've only been playing the game for about 6 weeks now, every single night, but regardless, I'm no absolute pro or anything like that. It does have some features that I love, namely the timing bar along the bottom. So this wasn't in the Golf Club Pro the Golf Club in 2019, but if you watch this on the backswing, it'll tell you exactly when to launch it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the golf flare, but I can, I can confirm that, that isn't. You can turn that off. So again, the new timing bar down along the bottom. I'm just ripping shots, so I apologize for my terrible shots there. But again, it does seem like it's just a lot easier, and I'll show you when we get to the putting green and the chipping green as well. It definitely comes into play there as. When you bring in the meter, it will allow you to see when to let go of the club. As again, we're just launching bombs all over the place. The other kind of cool thing is the club selector. So again, there's kind of different buttons, but it will show up like this. I like this new animation, I'm not gonna lie. As we rip a 5-iron. But yeah, the game just looks a little bit crispier, I'll say that. You'll notice it on the greens, I think, the most. So let's go and take a look at that, and we'll take a look. So what I want to do is I'll walk you guys through the lessons. I'll show you guys the lessons. So anyone new watching it and seeing, how do you get better at the game, or just for a complete newcomer, how hard is it for you to just pick it up? It's extremely easy, but I would totally recommend you going through the lessons. So we're going to go through that, and we'll just go through them all, show you guys what it looks like, because again, it will walk you through some of the new stuff, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So again, for just the swing, pretty common. I'm using an Xbox controller. You can use a mouse and keyboard. You can use a PS4 controller. And I do have to say that you can now calibrate your controller, so there is no PS4 dominance anymore. You can use whatever controller you are most comfortable with. And again, I'll show you that probably in another video, but you can now calibrate whatever controller you're using. So again, this is pretty basic. This is just, hitting it as I get a perfect there. In terms of the swing, it's just right on the right thumbstick, so you can swing that down, and then the timing bar along the bottom is super nice. And then swing accuracy. So again, someone brand new, that bar along the bottom will determine your timing as you bring the club back and forward. And then on the right, you'll see that white plane. That's where you kind of want to keep your controller's stick. As if it doesn't, if it goes left or right, then that's how you slice or shank your shot. So again, you just want to keep that in mind. Again, swing timing is key as well. As again, you'll see as I did get a perfect there, but again, you have to hit that in the middle. And as you go up difficulty, obviously that will increase, but so will the distance of your shots. So we'll go on to the next lesson here. I'll show you. This is putting. This is where putting, or one thing in the game I think got extremely easy. So if you move your icon, your marker here up and down, left and right, you're gonna see along the bottom the timing window will adjust to tell you where where the power you want to use to actually use it. So again, we'll just do a quick shot here. As again, it just makes it so much easier. In the golf club, putting is obviously the hardest part of the game, in my opinion, and it was definitely a struggle to do. Now this putt is downhill. If it's downhill just a little bit, you want to just bring it down just a little bit in front of the hole, and again, it'll just tell you exactly what to do, as I might not have put enough on it. Wow, what an incredible Tiger shot that was. Okay, so yeah, so we'll do that. But again, it just makes it a lot easier, and for new players, you know, it's just an added advantage that you guys have. So the brakes, again, left and right. This one will brake a little bit to the left. But again, the timing window will show you where to let go of the controller, and that's just super important. So putting gets significantly easier in this one. So we'll go on to the next one. And again, it gets harder depending on your difficulty, but you know, it is pretty simple. So the clubs and shots here. So again, you can change what clubs you're using. Lob wedge, sand wedge, gap wedge, all that's still the same. But we want to switch through, we'll switch through our pitching wedge here. And this is just showing us how to actually complete a pitching wedge shot. And it is downhill, but it's back in 21-mile-an-hour wind. That's why it's having us aim there. So we'll just let this one go. And we'll stick it pretty close to the pin. Can't complain about that. There is a shot I do want to show you, though, as here we go, as you can change your shot types with each club as well. The chip, obviously, super important, but it will give you a roll, okay? So if you use, let's say, a flop shot, that's going to die, but it obviously goes way further out, so you have to take a lot off of it. But when you do, and you do it correctly, you can stick it right beside the pin. The chip, however, is a little bit more difficult. Again, I'll just let this one roll. It'll roll. So that's, again, just different shots for different shot types. Again, this is for people that haven't been playing the game. So let's show you guys a new shot. So there is one, you know, there's the normal shot, the pitch shot, the flop shot, the chip, and now the splash shot, which is a new one here. And I'll show you guys this one. And nothing crazy about it, but is for unique situations like being just outside the bunker. And again, it's easy to get in. So now I want to show you guys something a little bit cooler in terms of advanced shots that's new in this one. So what I was just talking about with a flop shot, if you are going to, you know, absolutely fly the green or something like that, you want to do a 75%. We'll bring this back as we don't want to fly the green, so we'll bring it to about 75%. And again, it just tells you exactly where to go, which, you know, helps your golf, helps you get a lot better, a lot faster. Now, spin control. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this is a new thing that I've wanted ever since I started playing, the ability to put a little bit of a backspin on your ball. So we'll hold the true shot button, which is LB, to enter the true shot mode. In the true shot mode, if you bring down the left and right, it will change, you know, the flop and the kind of roll on the ball. So if you increase it, so you want to go, you know, increase the dynamic loft. That'll give you, you know, that kind of just land right there. That's, you know, what you want. And then if you bring it up, that'll give you a little bit more roll to it. But we'll go down here. But then on the right stick as well, you can change the angle. Okay, so while in true shot mode, if you use the right stick to hit the ball, if you go up or down on it, it'll allow you to change the angle as to which you're actually firing this thing. So we'll see how this one ends up. And look at that, rolls right back in because you can put some backspin on it. And then finally, you've got the fade and the draws. Again, this is pretty common stuff for the returning players. Again, you can just hold LB and then go left and right to choose your fade and draw. And again, this is what you do to get around, you know, corners with a lot of trees or maybe a lot of obstacles. But again, you can also change the angle on this shot as well. So if you set this up and then bang, it'll come right back into the fairway. And again, it's just something that you want to use when you've got a very, very big obstacle there in terms of getting around it. So that is you know, the lessons and whatnot. Some of the new stuff, like I said, the new shot angle stuff that you can actually do to get backspin on the ball is fantastic. I do like that. And then that shot meter down along the bottom for the timing makes the game a lot easier for newcomers. Okay, so now I want to get into what I consider like my favorite part of this game. I've been playing Tiger Woods games since I was a kid, so like the early 2000s I was playing them, and one of my favorite part about them was like the sponsors and the career mode and things like that. So if you go to customize player here, I want to show you my favorite part of the new game. You go to golf bag, and that's still the same, but check this out. So you can select your clubs, right? So let's do 3-wood, right? And if you go through here, okay, go down, you'll notice Bridgestone Golf, Ben Hogan, Callaway, and where is my favorite driver? Here we go, the TaylorMade. Now on the right-hand side, you're going to notice that this specific club will have adjustments in-game that fit specifically to you. So if you are having a hard time, you know, getting it straight and, you know, on those harder difficulties and whatnot, you can't really drive the ball easily with a 3-wood, then you might want to go for a club like this. It'll take away some distance, but the shot shaping, forgiveness, and swing plane are going to be much further. Distance control gets, almost cut in half. But again, just an awesome addition to this game where you can do a lot of customization depending on how you actually swing a club in this game, much like real life. So again, you can do this with irons. So you get the Ben Hogan one again. You can sacrifice some distance, or you can just go through here and see that some will, have more distance and whatnot as you go down here, and it'll make it more difficult in terms of a shot. So like this one right here. So just something really, really cool about the game, really unique, and again, you can just mess around with it. Now, a lot of these are going to be tied to your My Career, which has been completely revamped, and I'm really excited for that as well, but I'm going to get into that in probably another video. In terms of clothing and things like that, there is a ton more options now, which is awesome, and again, with a ton of new sponsors. And the thing about this game is it's kind of in its infancy. A lot of people don't really understand. They see the 2K name and the PGA Tour, but you have to understand that the Golf Club Pro, while it's been around, or the Golf Club, it's been around for a while, but this is the first time really that the PGA Tour is kind of like all in, right? And it's the first year of it really being affiliated in full-fledged force here. So they don't have everything, but they do have quite a bit of brands and whatnot. That's just something that's great. It's only going to improve as the game goes on. But something that, what I did want to mention though is the My Career that you play is definitely the kind of highlight of this game, in my opinion. Obviously, the course designer. If you've seen clips on Twitter or YouTube about it, the new course designer is absolutely insane. I'm not going to do a video on that because I'm not a big course designer, but there's going to be pros out there. But the level of creativity you can do, you have access to literally everything the developers do, and it's unbelievable the level of creativity you can have, and just the new stuff that's in there. It's unbelievable. So guys, that is your first quick look at PGA Tour 2K21, and I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, as there will be weekly PGA Tour content, and you can catch me on stream as well. I do stream mostly my wager matches with other members in my community at night on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/nosleeves12. The growth on there for PGA has been great. I'm loving the golf so far, and I cannot wait for this new game. But please subscribe. If you're from the NHL community, that's where you found me. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another PGA Tour 2K21 video. Have a good one, guys.